Γεια σας μαλάκες. Λοιπόν, oops, sorry. Okay guys, that's what happens to many languages. Hi guys, my name is Dimitri Maramenides, owner of EPICKITES, and today's video is going to be on how to jump transition. Okay, so you do have many videos out there that shows you how to jump transition, which is like a jump while you're kiting, okay, go in one direction, and then mid-air you switch direction, you land and you go on the other side. Okay, so most of the videos that you have out there are great, okay, but they don't show you exactly the really nice cleaning down when you tack. Okay, so you'll see, actually I'm gonna use a guinea pig, and this is gonna be my guinea pig, Carl, and he's learning how to jump transition, which will be perfect to show you the common mistake that most of you guys do, and also what these videos out there are showing you, which is actually great. You know, it is great, but you want to land smooth. You just don't want to jump and land and crash a little bit and have the board skipping, all that. You want to jump and then land smoothly and go the other way. Okay, so all that has to do with the timing, and also the height, and also how you are flying the kite. Okay, so this video will show you how to do a really nice transition while you're jumping and land really smooth without losing any power or speed. Okay, so first you want to make sure that you have a kite that is really fast. Okay, you don't want a pig out there or like a dinosaur kite that doesn't move. Okay, the best way to learn this trick of jump transition is pretty much in light wind. That is why you need a kite that is fast. Okay, so if you want to try how to jump transition, you want to try it probably in 12 to maybe 15, 16 knots. And the reason you want to try this move in light wind is so you don't get hurt, because in stronger wind, everything is so fast and you don't have time to respond on anything. And use probably like a 14-meter kite, that'll be perfect, okay? Or if it's even lighter, the infinity kite is amazing, because that kite is a light wind kite, but it moves so fast, you won't believe it. You can even do transition kite loop or down loop, okay, with the infinity kite. So, second thing you want to make sure is you want to make sure that at the beginning you want to be able to just jump a little bit, okay, and then land. You don't want to go too high, okay? Then once you get good at it, you can go and increase your height, okay? Now, when you do a jump transition low, you don't need to move your kite that much, okay? But then once you go and jump and do a jump transition really high, this is when you need to move your kite. So as soon as you jump and you go up, you're gonna want to redirect your kite back to where you took off and then bring it back again, okay? So when you're gonna take off, you're gonna jump like a normal jump, okay? And while in the air, bring your kite back again a little bit and then spot your landing and then dive the kite, okay? So, but this is on higher jumps, okay? Now, the problem that most kiters do is the edging of the board. So what they do is most of the time is they want to jump transition, and they're going so fast that they don't have any tracking or control of the board. And if you're going very fast, you sometimes, if you go jump also, if you go very fast and you jump, you might pass the kite. So the kite is going to be behind you, and then you're going to fall in the water, and then the kite is going to start dropping, okay? This is the reason why you need to move the kite back and forth when you jump pretty high. So you want to make sure that you don't have too much speed, but you have power in the kite, okay? So that's very important. The next important thing is when you're ready to do a jump transition and you're going, you want to slow down a little bit, have a lot of power in your kite, slow down, okay? And make sure that your hands are not at the end of the bar. This is wrong. Bring your hands closer to the depower throw, okay? So you want to keep your hand close, okay? So you can move the kite. And this is why you need a fast kite, okay? I mean, in a stronger wind, it's a little bit easier, okay? Because the kite is faster, so you can move it really fast, really nicely. But in lighter wind, you know, still, that's why you want a fast kite, okay? So let's say we're ready now, okay, to go. So we're going goofy, which is my right foot in front, okay? So I bring my hands close to the bar, okay? And then when I'm ready, the speed is not too fast, okay? But you still want to have some power in your kite. So, and control it with digging your rails in. Then when you're ready and you spot it where you want to do it, right now I'm doing it because there's land, so I cannot go further. So I'm going to jump and tack and go the other way, okay? So what I do is I go towards the land where I want to go. And just before, immediately, you'll see how I turn my board a little bit upwind. The nose goes upwind so I can stop a little bit and give the pop. And at the same time, when I go upwind, I pull my backhand. So it gives me some hop and jump. And as soon as I pull my backhand, I jump. And then with my body, with my core, I move my leg, my body a little bit so I can push my board a little bit downwind, because you want to land a little bit downwind. This is the common mistake that most people do. When they do a jump transition and they go and land flat, and they skip all over it. You know, so you don't want to skip. You want to land. And when you land, you want to land a little bit downwind and then in back and edge upwind, okay? So that's a common mistake that most kiters do. They do a jump jibe and then a flat, they skip, or they fall in the water with the butt in the water and all that, you know. So this is the common mistake. What's very important is pointing your board a little bit downwind. As soon as you land down on the water, then edge upwind, okay? So you can grab these edges and grab and really put pressure on the water, and at the same time direct the kite, so the kite has tension on the lines, okay? You don't want to go too much downwind, because then you pass the kite is not responding, okay? So there is a limit of that, okay? So again, let's go back. You're ready to do your jump transition. You go towards the place you really want to take off or whatever, and bring your hands close together. Then you pull your left hand, okay? And at the same time you pull your left or back hand, you hop, okay? And make sure to edge upwind. Last minute, you have to edge upwind. You have to put that edge upwind so you board, because you want to jump jibe and you don't want to go too much in front, okay? When you're learning, then you can do so many tricks you want to, okay, with a jump transition. So as soon as you take off, you're in the air, you pull your backhand, bring it back in front of you where it was, like around 1 o'clock, okay, depending the height, because you height now. So you want to move that kite, because if you height and you don't move your kite is going to go on the other side and you're going to drop like a rock. So you want to move that kite so it keeps you up in the air, okay? That's if you're doing a high jump transition. Now, if you're doing a slow jump transition, then you don't need to move your kite. All you have to do is pull it as soon as you go, edge upwind, pull it, go up, and immediately pull it again. So the kite is going to go up, you pull it, and you jump, and then you dive it. But again, when you dive, you have to make sure that you're really aggressive on the pulling back, okay? Because when you dive, you want to make sure that the kite turns kind of leading edge, looking down, and really dive. So it gives you power. It gives you momentum. This is the common mistake people do, is they do a transition, and then they stop the kite halfway, so they don't dive it. So then when they land, there's no power on the kite, and they sink, okay? So you really want to pull that backhand, so when you land, the kite is actually turning and the leading edge is looking down, down to the water, and it's diving. That pulls you, that brings you power. And immediately once you land, downwind, edge upwind, and give, tension to the line so for the kite to turn again, okay? Or let's say you don't have much power. Some other people, what they do is when they pull the backhand for the kite to turn, sometimes it's going, still don't have power. So keep on turning, so it does a down loop, and then it will come back up, okay? And then you have the transition. So it is hard to explain, but hopefully with the video that you're showing and how I'm explaining, you'll be able to understand how to do a jump transition. So anyway, I can go on for hours, but I think you got enough information for you to go and try on how to do a jump transition, okay? But once again, make sure for beginners who never tried that, start to do this in light wind conditions so you can learn and don't get hurt. And then go to the next level in stronger winds. And then once you learn how to do and you have it dialed in, the jump transition, then you want to add more spice to it by adding some, jump jet transition to 1 foot off kite loop, to grabbing the rail of the board while you're going forward to a kite loop, to a down loop, or just push off your foot from the beach while you're jumping high and then landing. I mean, you have so many tricks, like crazy tricks that people on the beach will be like, what the heck was that, you know? So you can go crazy on the move you can add to your jump transition moves. Okay, so hopefully I'll see you in the water, and be careful out there.
I totally see what you're doing. You're setting the kite towards 11, and then as soon as you get in the air, you're bringing it back towards 12. You're staying in front of 12, and then as soon as you start coming back down, then you resend it back down and towards 11 o'clock again for your landing. You finally got it.